Good morning. Today is Monday, and I decided that this week I'm going to keep myself accountable and use this video as a way to get my life together. Isaac and I were talking last night, and I feel like both of us just feel like we're in this rut. That's like the only way I can describe it. Obviously I've been injured with my foot. If you saw the beginning, I'm walking around now. I got my MRI last week. I find out on Wednesday what the results are, but I'm so tired of just not doing anything. I can walk in a straight line without pain, so I'm walking without crutches, walking without a brace, and then as the day goes on, I put my brace on and ice it and stuff, but that's really it. I don't really have any range of motion, but walking straight doesn't bother me, so that's wonderful. But I've just felt really in a rut with working out, which nothing I can do about that. A rut with eating healthy, especially when family comes into town. We tend to eat really bad because nobody cooks at home, and we've had back-to-back family visits for the past couple months. And so we haven't been eating healthy at all, which really affects how I feel. And so that feels like in a rut. And even when we are at home, I don't feel like cooking, which I know being disciplined isn't about how you feel, but I just haven't wanted to cook, so I haven't been cooking. And then, what is that? That's physically, health-wise, mentally, the music I'm listening to, I feel like it can affect you. I know as a Christian, the Lord created singing to worship Him. And so when you listen to music that doesn't worship Him, it can affect your mood, even if it's uplifty, fun music, which is usually what I listen to, or dancey music where you can vibe. But it's still their message isn't, a lot of the messages aren't uplifting, and you don't know it, you're just listening to the beat. And so I've noticed mentally I've had this gray cloud of just negativity, negative thoughts. So mentally I'm not in the greatest state, and I also think having 21 days sitting on a couch injured has not helped my brain and my brain health. But additionally with that is being on my phone. My phone is an addiction. I know I've probably mentioned this in videos before, but I am addicted to it. I hate my phone, but I'm addicted to it. And anytime I'm bored, I find myself looking at it. Anytime at night while Isaac's working on different stuff for his job, I'm on my phone scrolling for hours because he's working. I have nothing else to do. In the day when I'm bored, I get on it. When I go to the bathroom, I get on it. When I, everywhere I get on it, and I'm addicted. And so I bought this thing, it's called the Brick, and it bricks your phone so you can't use it, except for the bare necessities. And I'm going to set that up today to help me get out of a rut. And I'm going to see how that helps because, like I said, I'm on my phone way too much. And as a kid, all up through high school, because I didn't really have a phone or a phone that worked very well, I was the most happy, carefree, well, except when it came to schoolwork. I was very type A, and with soccer, I was very type A. But I felt like I didn't have all these stresses outside of the normal stress. And I had a lot of fun, I had a lot of friends, I was super involved in things, had lots of hobbies. And my phone has slowly sucked up all those areas that I would give my energy elsewhere. And so I want to stop and nip that in the bud, because I don't want to look back on my life and be like, wow, I spent one day a week, 24 hours a week on my phone. And for what? So I'm going to brick my phone, get rid of that distraction. And then spiritually, just not really being consistent in the word, doing it one week, not doing it the next, doing it one week, not doing it the next. Not being involved in a church. We go to a church, And it's good and I like it, but we just haven't found a community, and I think that's really bothering both of us. Like, we just want to get plugged in somewhere and have friends and have a community of people that we can hang out with and do stuff with. And we just haven't really found that, and so we might be on a hunt for a church. I'm not sure, but that's just, again, that's like this, I've never really felt like this desire. I'm gonna be real. Like, I've never felt this desire not to go to church. And recently, probably for the past month and a half, 2 months, I feel like I've had to put a lot of effort into going to church. And I don't know why that is. And I find myself when I go, I'm like, man, we want so badly to have a community, but you go in and nobody talks to you. And I know we can put an effort to and talk to other people, but like, we tried going to a adult group, like for young married adults, but they all had kids for one, which isn't a problem. I'm totally fine with my friends having kids, but they were like 3 or 4 kids deep, so most of them were in their mid to late 30s, which, again, I don't have an issue with that at all, and I will totally be friends with them, but it's just hard when you're in different life stages, and also finding friends that want to do the same things as you. And Isaac and I tend to be very active, and we love surfing and swimming and rock climbing and hiking and camping and all of these things. And it's just hard to find people who like to do those things too, and play soccer, clearly, and pickleball, and when we're not injured. Um, and so it's just been really hard, like, finding a community. And so we're really praying about finding that, because I think that's something that's going to be huge, that helps with both of us. And like, it just makes this place, California, just feel so much more like home. So yeah, so that is the rut that I have found myself in all aspects of my life. And again, it could just be having not been able to do anything for 21 days, but also I think there's other factors too that are playing into this. And I have lacked discipline and upholding the things I set for myself and goals, and I felt very just lazy, and I just want to get out of that. And so I'm going to use this to keep me accountable. And I'm sorry if that rant was very long, but at this moment in my life, this is mainly how I'm feeling, and I just want to get out of it. Like, I want to be disciplined, I want to be determined, I want to have goals, I want to have hobbies, and I want to spend close to 0 on my phone if possible, whether that's reading books or finding hobbies, which today, as part of getting out of this rut, I'm gonna find a hobby or a couple hobbies and maybe go to Hobby Lobby to pick things up. But yeah, I just thought this would be a good way to keep me accountable and find a way to get out of this. So, starting strong today, we got up at 7 a.m., turned off my alarm, did not let myself snooze multiple times. Discipline. So that's what we did this morning. Did our face routine that I want to do every morning, because I love gua shaing my face. It just feels like a little massage, and putting on my face stuff and feeling good for the day. And I do find working from home, I tend to just wear my PJs all day, and so I'm gonna not do that this week. I'm going to get out of them. I'm gonna do my face, do my hair. It's a no hair wash day and has been for the past 2 days, so my hair is gross, so that's why that's as good as it's gonna get. But other factors I can make myself better in is getting dressed, doing my face care, brushing my teeth, brushing my hair, all those things. And now I'm doing my devotions. They always make me feel more at peace throughout my day. And so that's what I'm gonna do to get out of this rut. And then you and I are gonna sit down together and make a game plan, because my life needs one. And as an athlete, we always had a game plan, and not having school, not having soccer, nothing to keep me disciplined, nobody relying on me other than Isaac, but that's different. It's not really like he's gonna sit me on the bench if I mess up somewhere or give me an F. So I just need to have a little game plan, and I think that's gonna help. And so with that, I know I've talked probably for hot dang, 11 minutes. So if you made it through, great. But if not, I'm going to start doing my devotions and then we're going to get this day started because I'm ready to get my life together. I'm starting 1 Thessalonians. I don't know why, just decided to choose that in the New Testament. And there's two things I just really like that I'm going to point out. In one verse it says to them, but just as we have been approved by God to be entrusted with the gospel, so we speak not to please man, but to please God who tests our hearts. And I just really like that verse. And then the second one, which is I really like, it said, we exhorted each one of you and encouraged you and charged you to walk in a manner worthy of God, who calls you into his own kingdom and glory. And I really like the line that says he charged you to walk in a manner worthy of God. I know he's talking to a different group of people, and you never want to take Bible verses out of context, but just in my own life, the Lord calls us to walk in a manner that is worthy of himself. And I think an example that just popped in my head is the music I listen to. Yes, I do love music, and not just Christian music, but I really think I need to have a filter with what I put into my brain. And like, non-Christian music is okay to listen to, but you have to use discernment as to what's honoring Christ. If you're listening to music that is belittling the people he's created, or cussing, or overly sexualized, like those things, like God sees us all the time. And so if we have the Holy Spirit in us, those things shouldn't be being filled inside of our brain. He calls us to walk in a manner worthy of himself. And I just think I need to remember that. And every day I have to remind myself of that, because music is something I really enjoy. And like I said, it's not always Christian music. Like I do sometimes like the rap, and I like the dancing music. If you see like dance studios, a lot of times their music is a little more, not God honoring. And so I think I just need to be mindful of what I fill my brain up with, and realizing that yes, there's a way I need to treat others, but also there's a way I need to treat my soul and fill that up with good stuff. So I thought I would share that. I'm gonna finish this up. So yeah, it's gonna be a good day. Who's coming on the walk with me?
Me.
This is the next thing in getting out of a rut, is getting out in the sunshine and going on a walk after doing 3 hours of work.
Yes. Time to go for a walk.
It feels so nice to move again after not doing it for almost a month. I will literally take anything. I have my ankle brace on just in case, because we still haven't heard back about my MRI, but I can't wait another day. I'm going crazy. On to the next order of business, which is we just got back from our walk, which felt so nice. We went for like a mile around the neighborhood, and that's the most I've walked since my injury. So it just felt good to be in the sun, hang out with Isaac, spend some time together. And he's at the gym now working out, or he just left. And so in the meantime, I'm gonna do some grocery shopping. Not actually grocery shopping, I lied. Thing shopping, because there's no real groceries. We already went grocery shopping on Saturday to also prep for getting out of this rut. So I'll just show you what I did, because I didn't film any of this. But we went to the store on Saturday. I cleaned out our fridge and we stocked up on all the healthy groceries, which doesn't look like we have much, but we really do have like a stocked fridge full of veggies and protein and fruits. So that's one way of getting out of this rut, is eating better. But the next thing is hobbies. And just a couple random things that I need. But the main thing being, Isaac wants to get a sketch pad because he likes drawing. And I was like, we need to spend time off of our phones. So what's a hobby that doesn't involve me running around that we can do sometimes and just be chill about it? So he chose sketching and I chose watercoloring and color books because I like coloring and I like drawing. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna get from Hobby Lobby. Usually they have sales, so I'm gonna go check them out first. I also wanna get a calendar, a chore calendar for our fridge. So that way we can keep everything organized with what we're doing, where we're going, places, or like how to clean the house, like maybe say Sundays we clean the bathrooms, Mondays we sweep and deep clean the floors. I don't know. Just an example, but I want to do that so things don't live in my brain all the time and I can just write them down and be done with it. So that's what we're going to go find, and hopefully, I don't think it should be too much, cost too much, but it'll be good to have something to do other than spend money on going out and doing things and looking at a phone screen instead of interacting together. So with that, let's bounce and go to Hobby Lobby. I'm back from the store. My ankle started to kill me at the end there. Oh my word. I went to Hobby Lobby, like I said, got a coloring book and some crayons, so that way I have something to do that's not looking at my phone. And then I just got Isaac a drawing pad. They're like $1.99, which is great. And then I got a mixed media so I can do my watercoloring on. And I already have watercolors, so I don't have to buy more of that. And then lastly, this was I got from Target because I couldn't find any at Hobby Lobby, but it's just a calendar. And I'm gonna fill this out and keep track of everything on here. And I'm not sure where I'm gonna put it. I wanted to put it on the fridge, but I couldn't find a magnetic one. And I know if it didn't have the dates already, I would not change it every month. So I'll need to figure out the best course of action with that. And then I just got paper towels and non-toxic pads, which who knows if they're actually non-toxic, but they're as good as they're gonna get. So yeah, I think that's really it. That's all the start to my hobbies to get out of this rut that I keep saying I'm in. So now we're gonna set up the brick, I think. I think that would be good to do. So let's do that. This is what it looks like. And let's see where to put the brick. We're gonna put it on the fridge, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. And then, does it have instructions? Let's see. There we go. Do more of what matters. A freaking men. Okay, scan to get started. I would end up letting you guys know if this works. I would love if this took away my distraction. So I guess I gotta get the app. Cool beans. Side note, while this is downloading, all of the lights on my car dashboard turned on yesterday, and now my AC doesn't work, and my power steering is very stiff. And so Isaac has to take my car somewhere to see what is wrong with it. And yeah, I was like, great, just add that on top of things. But I was very bummed that my car was acting up. But I'm hoping it's just like a battery or the alternator. I don't know which is cheaper, but hopefully whatever's cheapest is what needs to be fixed. Man, my ankle hurts. I think I need to ice it. I haven't really worn shoes like tennis shoes yet because they kind of rub my ankle weird. And I'm definitely feeling it right now. And my ankle's still swollen too, so I mean, yeah. Okay, it is set up. I have the app right here. I don't know if you can see that. This is Taylor, my BFF. We have a thing called Lock It. But my brick app is right there. And then what happens is I'm pretty much like, the main thing is Instagram, Facebook, YouTube that I struggle with. So if I click on, you can kind of see that it's blurred or like grayed. If I click on Instagram, it says this is a distraction. And I can only unlock it. I'll show you. So I come over here. Okay. I can't do anything. So what I have to do is I go into the brick app, tap to unbrick. I just tap it, unbrick, and then I should be able to go into Instagram. So very cool. I'm gonna re-brick this because I don't need it. And now my phone is on lock and I can't access all the things I usually do. And the nice thing is they have different modes that you can create. So I created a family time mode and a work mode. So with work, I left some things open. Like I took everything off. So except for my email. But then family time, I created one and like I could hide my email. So I can't even get on that. So very cool. I'm excited to use this and hopefully gives me some of my life back. And then I don't know what that means. But yeah, you can even see like it's bricked and it has a little timer. So very cool. I'll let you know how I like it. With that, I'm gonna get back to working, get some stuff done, and ice my ankle, because my ankle's kind of hurting right now. And then hopefully Isaac will be back and he can cook lunch. So, sweet. I'm gonna put this stuff away. Isaac's charging our pet for our pool. In the course of getting things together with our lives, setting you up here, we are picking out an outfit so we don't look like a slob. We're gonna go to a coffee shop and work because we have a lot to do today. So, you wanna get dressed up cute, Isaac?
No.
Like jeans and a nice shirt?
No.
Come on.
I'd rather be comfy.
Come on.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wear something cute, even though it's warm out, so I'll wear shorts.
It's too light for you.
Thank you. Thank you, BB. Alright, what do I wear? What should I wear? Wear jean shorts?
Whoa.
Sorry. And then I'm going to wear... Y'all, I have way too much clothes. I'm just gonna wear a white long sleeve because It might be cold in the coffee shop. You want to go to Tierra Mia?
Yeah, I'll go to Tierra Mia. Do you want to go to Tierra Mia?
I do want to go to Tierra Mia. Alright. Let's go. Okay, so we're not really dressing up too fancy, but it's the thought that counts. It's something other than my shorts and tank top. Nice.
I like it.
Thank you. How do you like it?
Picasso.
You can't film this. I gotta get dressed.
Okay.
Alright. It's time to get ready for the coffee shop. Let's go. We just got done working at the coffee shop. We were there for like maybe 3 hours. So Monday, well, which is today, I feel like it's just been a really heavy work day, but I feel like I've done a lot of things that I've been needing to do, and I feel like I got a lot accomplished. So good job, Mallory. So I think tomorrow, obviously, like, it's already 7 p.m. and I still have to cook dinner. So working out is probably not gonna happen, but I did go on a long walk and that's more than I've done since being injured. So I'm gonna take it as a win. I did get outside, moved my body in some way, shape, or form. And tomorrow we're gonna continue this video. I wasn't going to, I was just gonna end it today, but there's a few other things I wanted to do and the day has ran out. So I'll do that tomorrow, but in the meantime we're going back to the house and I'm just gonna cook something healthy for dinner and we'll see what we decide to make. Okay, for dinner we are having ground beef, rice, and green beans. Something super simple because I'm getting hangry. Thank you.
I can attest to that. I'm scared. I don't know if I should help her get out of the way.
You're on level, Scooty.
Send help, please.
That's for Robin. Coconut oil again. Ah, goodness. I busted our olive oil the other night. It was a glass bottle, shattered everywhere. Now we're using coconut oil, which I usually use to rinse my mouth in the morning. I don't use the same spoon. I just like use a spoon and swish it around. But it works. And the food has tasted decent.
Yeah, I would
Has
say
it?
so. I'd say so.
You want more? Or is that good?
More what? Maybe a little bit more. Nice. Is that organic? Is it grass fed?
It is.
Nice.
It is grass fed. How did you know? How did you know?
I'm getting all the angles for you.
Okay.
This one's gonna be sick.
Is it?
Oh, radio. Yeah, that one's gonna be epic right there. I got you.
Isaac said this is gonna be an epic shot.
Amazing. Let's look at the Research magazine. She's amazing at cooking. She's simply the best. The best.
So guys, you don't know about this, but
This is how you lose weight.
no, Isaac and I, like I said, have been in a funk with our health, and so we're trying to get healthy. Maha, if you remember, make BMI is healthy again. And unfortunately that means kind of sorta weighing our food and just tracking what we're putting into our body, because sometimes we tend to overeat. So yeah. Again, I have had an unhealthy relationship with food before, mainly middle school and high school.
I'll open up for you.
Oh.
You could.
And so we're being careful with it. And I mean, I'm not really cutting anything other than I'm eating 2,000 calories a day, 1,800 to 2,000. So it's not crazy. It's just making sure I don't eat junk food and I stay between 18 and 2,000. Which also, it helps me make sure I'm actually eating enough too, because there was a day a few days ago, I only ate 1,400 calories and I was like, ooh, I need to eat more. So that's what we're doing. Which is why we have the scale. I feel like after a few times, like, you start to know, like, what everything is.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I tracked my calories a while ago, I got good at just knowing what had what.
Yeah.
And there's a moment where I didn't even have to really track to know I was eating the right amount.
Alright, we're gonna end this, and I'll show you what it looks like plated. And then we'll watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. We are obsessed.
She is. I'm not.
False. I'm gonna insert this clip right here of Isaac watching the show with me.
Yeah, because I'm forced to.
Nuh-uh. He loves my shows. Alright? Or he starts off not liking them and he roasts them, and then all of a sudden, one day he's like, so we watching The Summer I Turned Pretty? And I'm like, heck yeah.
That's true.
But that year, I had something to look forward to in the fall. College.
Been working for like 3.5 hours and decided to come outside and do my devotions now in the sun, and it was so nice. But yeah, I am just gonna finish up this day of trying to get everything back on track and in a routine. So I did my morning routine that I always want to do that makes me feel my best, and it's very simple. Get out of bed on the first alarm, and then brush my teeth and do my tongue scraper, because it just is good hygiene. And then do my skincare, which is pretty simple. Vitamin C or gua sha, vitamin C, lotion, and maybe sunscreen every now and then, just depending on the day. And yeah, then I came outside, got some fresh air, and went back in because I had a meeting. So that was basically my entire morning. And so now, like I said, I did my devotions and I think I'm gonna eat something and then work out because that is something I want to do to feel my best. My ankle hurts very bad today. I think I overdid it, so that is unfortunate. But I'm actually gonna call, I think, medical records and see if they have my MRI results. But yeah, my ankle is very sore and I'm in some pain, so that's not fun. Yeah, I don't think I have anything, or not really doing anything today other than work. And I worked a long time yesterday. I probably worked like 9 hours yesterday, which is, it's semi-typical for a Monday. Mondays I tend to do a lot more work. So today should be a bit chiller, which will be good. And then I want to go to the library to continue hobbying it up. I want to get some books. And then, yeah, that's really it. But yesterday, I used the brick. I went, I'll show you, let me pull it up. My phone is bricked again this morning. But yesterday, I had my phone bricked for 8 hours and 29 minutes. So, good job, Mallory, for not being on your phone. I did get on the phone at night, though, which I should have kept it bricked until I went to bed, because that is my issue of once I get on at night, I could be on there for 3 or 4 hours. So I was on there from like 9 p.m. to 11:30. So not great. I'm going to be real. It was not great. So today I'm going to do better. I'm not going to get on that stuff today at all. And I'm going to try and keep it bricked until I go to bed, which might be hard. But I also deleted a game that I've been addicted to on my phone. But that's beside the point. So maybe I'll get some time back today. Okay, I'm gonna lay out here actually for a little bit longer. It's very nice. Like, look at this view. Hold on. Imagine me right here, laying on my blanket, and then I turn around, and this is my view. It makes me feel like a little kid being out here under the trees, and I love it. I sometimes will come out here and just take naps. I haven't done that for like 2 months, but when we first moved out here, I would come out here and take naps. And I think I'm going to start doing that again because it is so nice out here. I did, however, what was it? Like a week ago, I saw a coyote in the yard or something. It was a big animal, like a dog, and it jumped over the fence. And so now I'm like, hopefully there's none around me, like scouting me out. That'd be so bad. But okay, I'm just gonna lay here for a while and then we'll get the day started. So, yeah. As you can see, I'm back on the crutches. It is like an hour and a half later from when I was just filming outside, and I was like, I'm gonna call my medical records people, see if they can give me my MRI results. And I completely, it said full thickness ligament tear of my ATFL. I think that's what it is. But basically the ligament that attaches your ankle, like on the outside for stability, completely tore. Like it wasn't just like a tear, it was a full tear, so they're not attached anymore. But nobody got my results, and I called my primary care, and they were like, we don't know, like we haven't gotten anything from the doctor, so we'll call you back. And I was like, okay. So they just called me back, and she's like, well, we don't have the MRI results or the x-ray, like they never sent us either of those, so we're gonna get those, and then tomorrow you can have a telehealth appointment so the doctor can get you in contact and refer you to an orthopedic doctor. So that's kind of the update, not what I was hoping for. I was like, no wonder I am hurting. I was kind of hurting this morning from yesterday walking so much, trying to push through, and just like, I thought because I could walk in a straight line, like it was totally fine, but she was like, yeah, you need to get back on your crutches, elevate ice, put a compression on it, like don't do anything until you see the orthopedic doctor. And I was like, okay. So I'm back on the crutches, and I have been crying for like 2 hours. I don't know if you can hear that in my voice. Actually, yeah, it's been 2 hours because it's 1:10 now. So yeah, it's been 2 hours. So I've been sulking and talking to my parents and my grandparents and my aunt. And yeah, I feel frustrated and sad, and like I really like going the natural route of things. So like I don't want to have surgery, and it scares me that I completely tore it. And they said sometimes it does require surgery, but sometimes people can do the natural way and just wear a boot and do physical therapy, and you might be okay. So ideally I would love to do that first, but I'm also young, and I'm like, I don't want to always have ankle issues now because I tore the thing that keeps it stable. So yeah, I guess we'll just wait and see. I mean, like I said, I have my telehealth appointment tomorrow at like 2 p.m. So she'll hopefully just be able to get me connected to the right people with the right advice, and we'll go from there. There's not much I can do other than just get back on the crutches and try not to damage it more if I've already damaged it a little by being on it the past 4 days. So yeah, what was stressing me out, because I was looking stuff up because nobody was reaching out to me. So I was like, I don't know what my next steps are. I have this MRI, but like, what do I do with it? Do I need to buy a boot on Amazon? Do I find a PT? Do I go back to my primary care? Like, what do I do next? And I was feeling very overwhelmed and like looking things up, which is probably something you shouldn't do, but like nobody told me what to do with the results. And I think I'm just like frustrated because this injury, it affects the stability of your ankle and like all of the things I love to do. Soccer, cutting, pivoting, sprinting, rock climbing, like getting in weird angles and like shoving your feet into crevices and like, I don't know, putting a lot of weight onto one ankle. Surfing, there's no stability there. Pickleball, no stability, you're pivoting back and forth. Just like everything I love to do. Like I don't want this injury to affect the rest of my life, which that sounds so dramatic now that I'm saying that out loud. So please don't come at me because I know I'm being maybe dramatic, but it's just frustrating because I love being active and I love doing all these things, and like I've never been injured like this, so I don't really know what to expect. It's more of like the unknown. Like, will I still be a really good soccer player? Will I still be able to surf? Will I still be able to skateboard? Will I still be able to roller skate? Like all the silly things that I love to do. And I guess we'll just find out, but not until I see another doctor. So until then, I'm going to take real good care of it because I want to heal this thing. And I know it'll never grow back, and I know I don't have a ligament there anymore, but I don't want to have surgery. But like, do I want to have surgery because I'm young and like I don't want to have an issue for the rest of my life, but I don't want to be put under. That freaks me out. So yeah, I thought I'd update you. I'm working. I was gonna go and like maybe try and go for a walk or something, but I don't think that's a possibility, and I don't want to further damage it, and I want to go in the pool, but it's super dirty, and I was gonna clean it, but it's kind of hard to get around the pool, like on the edges to clean. So I'm just gonna wait for Isaac to come back from working out to clean it, and then maybe I can go out there. And then I was gonna do some workouts at the gym, but it's like all I really need to do is arm workouts and abs, and like, I don't need to go to the gym for that and crutch around. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill. I feel like I don't know. I just want to cry is how I feel right now. But I've already been doing that for multiple hours, so I should probably do something more productive. And so I'm gonna just do work, because that took the time that I was supposed to be working. I was too busy crying and talking to my family. So yeah, that's it. Enough rambling, sorry. But that is the news. Not good news, but news nonetheless. And maybe there will be good news. Maybe they'll look at me and be like, you're in great health. We can get you back and better than before with PT. And I will gladly do PT the rest of my life on my ankle if it means no surgery and I can go back to normal. So yeah, I'm willing to put in the work if they're willing to give me a natural solution that will actually allow me to be back to my full potential in athletics. All right, back to the grind. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
For the last time, good morning, sleepyheads. Today is day 50 of visiting all 50 states in 50 days. Last night we stayed in a...
Tonight we are cooking lentil stew. So I'm prepping everything right now because we'll probably eat in like the next hour-ish. I'm soaking my lentils. I just got the onions all chopped super fine and I dumped it. Great. Well guys, I am going to wrap up the vlog here. We are at Albertsons getting a late night snack, and I would say that these past 2 days have really helped me get out of a rut, so thanks for joining me. I just need to make sure to make this a routine and not just a 2-day habit. So that's where things are gonna get me. But yeah, my whole ankle thing, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Wasn't the news I wanted, but there's nothing I can do about it except for try and stay positive. But yeah, thanks for coming along. I'm gonna eat this cookie that as it gets. I'm so excited. They are the best. If you ever have an Albertsons, get their chocolate chip cookies because they are chef's kiss. All right, I'll talk to you next time. I'll see you next time. I'll talk to you next time. Peace. We really unlocked the best cookies out there. For real, for real. Good job, Isaac.
Thank you.